What's happening, y'all? Welcome to the King's Corner. And I'm just gonna be giving y'all my take on this movie that I recently watched, called Lone Survivor. Uh, what's Buddy name? Marky Mark. He was the lead actor, whatever. Man, that movie was pretty intense. Cutie patootie, come here. She trying to get in the camera, but yeah, the movie was pretty intense. I ain't gonna lie. It like I'm a big fan of war movies. I really get that from my dad. Uh, like I've never heard of it. Like I've seen it before on Netflix, but I just never watched it. Um, and I watched it last night. Man, I'm definitely gonna talk about spoilers. So if you ain't seen it, hey, you gotta go watch it. Um, but yeah, I didn't realize it's from 2016, and I didn't even know it's like one of those you digs that's based on true events. That made it even better for me because those are the movies that I gravitate towards. I ain't the fantasy type. Like I've never watched Lord of the Rings. I've never watched what's that other one? Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. I've never watched that. I don't even think I watched Star Wars, and I know that's like a big, but whatever. But yeah, like I gravitate towards more based on the true events and stuff like that. So as I'm watching it, like the first part when uh it started off really fast after they got past a little talking about the people or whatever, the characters or whatever. But when they went up in the hills, when they started the mission, and was it that old man and like the kid? Well, he was like an adolescent, and then like the little kid, and they had to make that decision. Like, hey, what do we do with them? Because if we let them go, we know they're gonna tell their homies, and they're gonna come back and spin the block on us. They're gonna get us. We know they are. So you had some people saying like, hey, we should just kill them all and bury them over there somewhere. Somebody else was like, we should let them go. We should just let them go back, and then we should try to extract. But the whole time, the what is it? Their communication wasn't working. So where they were, because it was really mountainous and a lot of trees, they couldn't communicate with anybody. So that was crazy. So they couldn't communicate with anybody. They couldn't even call in to get extracted. And then they presented with this issue. Like that was the biggest mistake they made in that movie. They decided to let them go. They decided to let them go, and then they were going to try to run or hurry back and hope that the communication works so somebody can come swoop them up before the people that they caught had a chance to go tell and come back. It didn't work out. It didn't work out for them at all. And it was an older guy. He was the older guy who was up there at the hill that they let go. He had said something in his language, and whatever what it didn't sound like he was saying peace and blessings upon you. It didn't sound like he said that. But I googled it. I paused the movie and looked it up, and essentially he said, "You about to die tonight." Something to that effect. I don't know exactly what it was, but it translated to something, something to like that. But yeah, after that, it just got bad for them. It was just bad for them. Like the crazy parts when they had to like fall down a hill. Well, it's not. It's like a mountain, and like there was so many of them just swarming down on them. They had to like throw themselves off the damn hill because there was nowhere else to go. They couldn't communicate with nobody, and they had nowhere to go. So they had to jump off the edge. Then they jumped down and those falls looked real. I'm like, they look real. And then they fell down the first cliff or hill or whatever. And then it started to get thick again, like they steady coming. Then they had to throw themselves over the edge again. Um, like I couldn't imagine that being a decision that I would have to make in a half of a second. And there's like 30 people over here shooting at me. But yeah, like the movie was pretty intense. I ain't gonna lie. It was pretty intense. Um I could definitely say it's probably the most intense movie that I've ever, like, war movie that I've ever watched. Like, sometimes some movies it'll be like ebbs and flows where it'll be like a lot going on, then it'll pause. Like, nah, like this stuff was, yeah, it was just bad. Then I skipped the part when uh one of the dudes, he made it to the top, and he pretty much sacrificed himself to call the people, to call them to get extracted or whatever. So he gets up there and calls them, and then the helicopter comes, and as soon as they get over there, like, who is it? Yeah, there's the Taliban. So the Taliban, boy, they was ready. They had rocket launchers. So as soon as they got over there, they blew them up, blew them right out the sky, and they just took off. The other helicopter that was there, they left. So they left them there. Man, like, I just couldn't help but think, like, dang, like, I bet it felt like a hopeless situation. And only one guy survived. It was Mark Wahlberg. And I did some searching after the movie, and a lot of people don't seem to believe that the main guy. I don't know why. I got to do some more Googling. But yeah, that's it. That movie was pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie. I like to rate movies out of 10. That was definitely a 10 out of 10 for sure. For sure it was. So that's it. I just saw the movie. I know I'm extremely late to this movie. Extremely late. This movie is from, I think it's at 2013, which is crazy, and I've never watched it. And I'm a fan of war movies. But it is what it is. But I'm gonna holler at y'all. Y'all be easy.